Attorney General Pam Bondi putting sanctuary cities across the country on notice, giving them 1 week to comply with federal immigration laws or face action from the Justice Department. Former acting ICE Director Jonathan Fahey joins me now to talk about this. Thank you, sir, for your thoughts, for your thoughts on this topic. I want to get right to this. AG Bondi's effort, will this work? Will cities comply? Do they have to comply?
I think by and large, yes, it will work. And yes, they have to comply. And here's why it will work. They're putting pressure on these sanctuary cities, and certainly some of them are going to fight sort of to the end. But just since the beginning of the Trump administration, this Trump administration, there have been 761 jurisdictions have joined the 287G program, which is a program with localities cooperating with ICE. So they've already inspired so much local cooperation, which is one of the reasons for having so much success at the border. But the consequences for these sanctuary cities are really severe, and they're going to start facing them. And when I'm talking about consequences, I'm talking about criminal investigations for things like obstruction of justice, but also for alien harboring, because it's a federal felony if you do anything to shield or harbor an illegal alien and from detection from ICE. And these sanctuary cities have been doing just that by hiding them from ICE, making it more difficult for ICE to reach them, to deport them, to detain them. So they're going to face criminal not only prosecutions, but investigations that will be substantially expensive for whatever locality, plus they may not like the ultimate result. So yes, it will be effective, and yes, it has been effective. And, we're seeing the results, not only in crime rates in certain places, but also on the border.
Yeah, it's very interesting because some of these cities have actually doubled down on their sanctuary policies in since the election. Jonathan, I also want to get your thoughts on the nation's capital. They've reached an agreement with the Trump administration after suing over the administration's takeover of the city police force. Turns out the police will continue to be led by their leader that they have had. What do you make of it all?
I think this is actually, it's going to still be a very good thing because, the police are now, they're cooperating with ICE. They've agreed to do that. And you had, Todd Lyons on earlier talking about how important that is, having that cooperation so ICE can get the most dangerous criminals off the streets and deported. And that helps everyone in the city, not just, public safety, but also resource wise. And so that, going back to another guest that you had on earlier, talking about the defund the police movement, it really impacted DC significantly. They were down about 800 officers from where they want to be. So bringing these extra resources and these federal resources, not only is it going to help immediately with the law enforcement, but it's also going to be a great deterrent. So we are going to see drastic decreases in crime. And just remember, during the Biden administration, particularly in D.C., they had their 4 highest years of murder rates in over 20 years during the Biden administration, because a lot of it was not enough law enforcement resources, but also their focus was on things like political prosecutions, prosecuting Donald Trump, J6, and that took their eye off the ball from violent crime, which is most impactful for most people. So all of these things are going to be very effective, not only in the short term, but I really think long term as well.
Yeah, interesting in Washington, and also interesting to see what happens in sanctuary cities across the nation in the week ahead. Thank you, Jonathan Fahey. We appreciate you.
Hey, everyone. I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.